going on until, what, you told me 7 p.m. yesterday you found out?
Yeah, I mean, it was like a first info, so it wasn't like fully sure about that.
And what happened when you got the news? What was the feeling? What went on inside the team?
It's nice to be on the major. Maybe it's not nice this way, obviously, as well, but life is life.
Life is life. I like the attitude you have there. I want to talk back to the RMRs and when you went through that last chance qualifier and just how crushing, how devastating was that loss and that situation for you guys?
Yeah, I think it was devastated. I think that's a good word for it.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I'm glad you touched on it because the performance we had seen from GamerLegion was we were seeing improvements. It looked like things were turning around, and then not making it to the major, it all comes to a big close. And then even after the major, we see this situation where you go to Blast Showdown, you lose to Big in the way you did as well. Was it just feeling like hit after hit, things were not working?
I would say it was just not a good time for us, obviously, after the RMR, when we were actually pretty close to qualify from the last chance qualifier and like the main stage as well of the RMR.
How much, though, are you taking into the mentality of this opportunity? How much are you going to try and thrive in a strange situation?
I mean, I would just try to do our best. I think like before the RMR, we were like pretty prepared. So if we can do like on fly some small changes to the things we have and just play our game, I also think like whenever you have small break from CS, you actually go with some hunger to the game. So it might help. Like in all days in VP times, we always had like 2, 3, or 4 days before the tournaments that we are not playing together. It was like some individual stuff, but it's like we wanted to always come to the tournament with hunger of the game and just not to be in the situation that you know, you just get used too much to the players and just the guys we were playing with. So I don't know, like I think it's 50-50, yeah.
Okay, so 50-50 is how you're looking at it. Preparation-wise, is it now just a last-minute scramble? You and Ash trying to do some work and find out what's going on?
I think more Ash and Adrian than me. I mean, obviously I will do my work, but I'm pretty confident what the guys are doing in our team, and it's always solid work.
And how confident do you feel for the whole opening stage? You've now got a shot to perform at the major. A lot of people thought going into the RMR that you would make the major, so is this a proving point as well? Yeah, it will be nice to go through, and it will be like good proving point that we actually can do something. Like I wouldn't say like we lost badly on the RMR. Some of the other teams being favorites lost before us, and I think whenever we are like fighting good teams like the matches we lost, we are putting like good fights, even with like I would say mostly some of those matches we had crucial errors on the run. So I wouldn't say we are dark horse to actually win the major maybe, but I think we can just do damage on the tournament. You can do damage, and that's what it's about. Well, I wish you the best of luck. It's a strange situation, but make the most of the opportunity in front of you.
Yeah.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, welcome back to the Major. We're here in Copenhagen. This is going to be one of the fastest death segments you've ever seen with Blair Romaniac. I hope you're feeling swift. Yes, we've got the next game. Let's start. GamerLegion. We all know they're here on a wing and a prayer.
Yep.
Weren't supposed to be here, didn't qualify. Let's talk a little bit about the mentality, because I think this is an interesting topic. A lot of people online have said, well, it's a good thing because they get to go, obviously, but the team might have been set to make changes because they weren't meant to be coming. So where do you think they're at?
Yeah, it's much more complicated than that. You know, firsthand you think, wow, it's amazing they're going to the major.
Yeah.
The truth is, obviously the RMR and the defeat here was a catastrophe for them.
Of course.
They probably had in mind possible changes, where to go, and then suddenly you get this invite out of nowhere and you cannot possibly refuse it. Nobody in their right mind would refuse the major.
Of course.
But it is almost impossible to ignore all of the things that led you to not being at the major. So we talked to Snacks. Snacks is talking with Banks and he's having a bit of a somber attitude. I can understand it. It's not that easy to just motivate everybody and just say, you know what, let me do the Men in Black, fucking zap your memory, let's go into the major as if we had won. It's not what's happening here. That's going to be a big effort.
And I completely agree with you. And on top of that, compounded by the fact that there is a little bit of an imposter syndrome coming in as well, right? You're like, all right,
yeah,
we're here right now, guys. You know, we got the opportunity. That's great. We can't say no. But can they kind of mentally reset and get into the mindset they needed to be like?
Exactly.
Like the way they went into RMR with the mindset, hey, we're going to win it. You got to get to that point. Can they do it? That's the big question mark for me.
Well, sure. I mean, obviously, we have no idea what's been said, what promises have been made, what's going on. So they're in a very strange spot, I would say. Taking on AMKAL, who, listen, someone tried to troll me the other day and go, I bet you can't name all the 5 AMKAL players. And I went, yeah, all right, I can't. You got me. You got me in the first half, right? I've been out of the game for a while. But yeah, I will say this, I do know the core, and they're a deceptively experienced team, even if you haven't heard the name AMKAL and it doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah, and that's fair. I think AMKAL as a name is a little bit unknown, but you have likes of Forrestercrad, Nickelback.
Exactly.
These 3 have been around for quite a while, and I have to say, a little bit of IC, a little bit of Travis. It seems to be a recurring theme here at the major that we get to have the new players who take a little bit of the spotlight and who actually perform. Loved what I saw from IC at the RMR. Was it perfect? No. Hell no, absolutely not. There's still a long road to go on the T side specifically, but CT side AWP, holy hell, he's ready. He's gonna punish you. He's gonna clear and make all of these long distances safe. I like what I've seen from IC.
It's a classic, another CIS offer just coming out of the woodwork.
Number 52.
Number 52 coming out right there. And I agree with you. I will say this though, from what we saw from AMKAL, first, you know, they got the win. They actually took down 9 Pandas to qualify for the major in that 2-2 matchup, right? Some of the CS we saw was a little messy. It was a little too loosey-goosey for my particular liking, but they've had a little bit of time to tighten things up. And if they do that, for me personally, I feel like they do have the tenure as well as some of the star individuals coming up like an IC to maybe, if not qualify for the next stage, maybe Maniac.
I like
surprise all of us.
I like
here.
how you're trying to tiptoe around the fact that the NIP game was one of the worst games.
It was the worst game I've seen all year. Right? It was terrible.
It just is a fact.
It was dreadful.
But within the darkness, there's a little bit of light because
the later games are better.
They could,
okay.
And the map is going to be the same one.
Oh Lord.
So they know what it is to get down and dirty on overpass and play these weird rounds, still bounce back on there.
I'll say this very quickly right now here. Obviously, AMKAL would be the favorites coming up against the GamerLegion here, but
you think so?
Favorites? I think so. I mean, I'm not
AMKAL
favorites. I'm going to be leading their way.
That,
I'm going to be leading their way.
Back and forth.
But here's a problem: the fact that they picked Overpass or allowed Overpass through against the GamerLegion, who has a very kind of weakish map pool, and Overpass is their map. That's the map they like to play time and time and time again. Allowing that through, suddenly for me, it sways it back in the favor of GamerLegion. I'm a little surprised about this from AMKAL because I feel like they have a deeper map pool overall, and they're going to go for somewhere else where GamerLegion maybe are a little uncomfortable on.
You got a few seconds to squeeze something in.
Yeah, I feel like I needed more than a few seconds just to make my choice for a favorite, right? It's hella complicated. I tend to GamerLegion. I tend to GamerLegion just because the quality of Counter-Strike AMKAL was really, really rough when I saw it at the RMR. I have to go with GamerLegion.
All right, well, we'll see. We're going to get into the game now. I'll throw you back over to the casters. Can't give me your thoughts, guys. Who's winning this one?
Well, Jason, I've got to say, on the GamerLegion side, I don't know what happened during the last chance qualifier or whatever, but I feel like GamerLegion have got a pretty good lineup. I'm going with them.
Okay.
I know you love AMKAL, so...
I'm mentally preparing. I'm with Maniac. The overpass game against NIP was some of the worst Counter-Strike played. AMKAL came out on top of that in a couple of overtimes. We'll see what they've got here. Travis is going to find an opening pick as GamerLegion tries to get aggressive, and they're going to start wrapping behind this as well. They've already got control of short, so the defense kind of has to back away. Krad's waiting for him here, so AMKAL's in perfect position and should be able to punish this retreat. Misses his opportunity and is subsequently punished.
Nothing worse than a feeling when you fire your gun, you're like, oh, I just revealed myself and I have nowhere to hide. I'm just out in the open. Oh, nice little shot from Kios there, but Forrest is going to be able to take him down. It's still the trades going back and forth. Volt will find the headshot. Icy, a little bit isolated. That's gonna be.
You really stumbled into that one, didn't you? You didn't even mean to do that whatsoever. Travis is left. I'm taking it from here. I can't allow you to be like that. Travis is going to push forward 1v3. He knows Volt is low, but Snax has shifted all the way around. This around for GamerLegion. Pull yourself together, man.
You know what, Jason? I deserve some credit. You know, I was gonna call Kylak and say that he was flying high in the last game, and I didn't do it for you. I said, you know what? It's the first day, like, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna
hold it
cool,
in?
Yeah. So I thought, you know, I'm not doing that to Jason.
Well, then you ruined it. Right in the next map. You really Took it to a new level. Good pistol round for GamerLegion managing things. Got a little bit of a gift. The retreat up the stairs. That was Crad who missed an opportunity with the Glock. So look.
I love that NIP game, I've got to say. Like, it's
Shut
one of
up.
the funniest.
Stop. In that game against NIP,
Yes.
the real struggle of it for AMKAL and their T sides was just everyone playing so passively across the map to start rounds, slow to progress upon it. It felt like there wasn't really the knowledge there for AMKAL, and even NIP on the other side of the map, on their T side as well. Not really the initiative or the knowledge of how to create opportunities for themselves on the T side of Overpass, so it just felt very boring. It was both teams calling kind of like a stalemate for 40 seconds and then pushing forward and seeing what they could get in the last 40 seconds or so of the round, 30 seconds or so of the round.
Yeah.
We'll see if that changed. They obviously had a lot of film to go back and review. Bled brought up the point that, GamerLegion, this is a map that they're, of all the maps in the pool, this is one they're going to be comfortable on. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I just don't have a whole lot of faith in what we've seen from AMKAL at the RMR.
Yeah, I think that kind of indecision when you're just seeing a team not make any choices, it's very, very hard to be excited about that.
And if on the other side of the map is a CT side that takes initiative and feels a little bit more comfortable with timings and start pushing, because Overpass is a huge map, that kind of like slow, patient, like undecisive play is really going to get punished. And with a player like Snacks and someone like Volt as well, and Acor who's so proactive, I feel like that can be a real factor in this game and how it ends up.
Yeah, I definitely want to double down on that. Like, I think, especially Snacks mentioned in that context, like, he's not the kind of player that's just going to let you hang out and do stuff. Like, he's going to come eventually.
Yeah.
And also, like, if you leave space for him to creep in behind, like, this is one of the wildest thing about the Snacks comeback is that was obviously like the highlight of his career was like, playing inside and around all the smokes, just being an incredibly hard play to read.
It felt like he showed all the pros how to do it.
Yeah, it really did feel that way. And then, coming back into it, you would have thought, well, that was in the past, like, surely he has to do something. He's done it in, like, at the RMR, right? Like, he did it again. It's really wild.
And never forget, too, the mentality of someone like Snacks, who's won a major as well, who didn't qualify for this major and is kind of brought in on a technicality. The mindset is, I'm going to take advantage every moment I can. I'm going to find a way to prove that I deserve to be here.
That is a wall bang headshot from the other side. That was from the tunnel. They blasted Snacks. That's pretty brutal. How do you do? I was expecting that to do way less damage. Fair enough.
Well, here we are.
Yeah.
The bullet holes perfectly lined up.
Got the evidence.
So a little bit of aggression is forced back by the kill, but Kiaz is going to take the opportunity to push forward. He's got two players waiting for him at the top of these stairs. Timing is everything. Good fortune is everything. Forrester wasn't ready for the fight, otherwise Kiaz might be dead, but that little bit of presence is going to force them away from the B bomb site. That's a lot of information. You can see the second B player has shifted over to the other side of the map. Kiaz is just like, I have B. I've got the intel. I've got a smoke for Monster. They're going your way.
I'm surprised by Acor sticking around and trying to take that fight. Like you said, they know that they're not going to be coming B for a long, long time. Feels risky to try and sort of peek into the one location of the map you pretty much know they have to be at.
Well, they're coming back to it now, or at least going to throw out utility. This could all be a fake. Again, they have complete map control.
20 seconds.
Volt hasn't moved. Oh, this is perfect.
Yeah, the time is running out. That's the only thing that can win this round. Maybe GamerLegion Volt. It's a good headshot. 14 seconds left now. It's running real low. A flash to slow them down, but Isaac, he just can't find that shot. If he had, it could have been the round. That might have been enough.
Volt needed a double in that position. Needed to be able to clean up that first kill, but good spacing from AMKAL in that approach. Really baiting the low HP player, and Kiaz has no business shifting over to try and win back the round in a 1v4. So AMKAL pull it off. Moving around the map slowly, just find enough kills, enough trickery. Actually, they didn't even really fake GamerLegion out, to be fair. That little execute at the B bomb site didn't pull anyone over. Just good trading as the round comes to a close, and first round on the board for AMKAL's T side.
Yeah, and importantly, happens really, really early on here, so GamerLegion not being allowed to build up any kind of money. Could be celebrating that.
Remember, they lost, what, 3 players in the second round? Two or three players? They don't have cash in this one. They're going to have to sit back on the pistols. They're really hurting for economy really early on in the game, so there's the spam. When his teammate calls out there's aggression, Just laying bullets into the wall, and this one right here, that trade from Icy is everything. And that's an important thing to note as well for this AMKAL team. We've, obviously we talked about some of the team Counter-Strike they played, but I think Icy's got some talent as a player to see what it's going to turn into. He's kind of like an interesting player on this team to just keep your eyes on.
Doing that. Forrester, I love that play. No grenades, no warning. Just a clean walk in through to try and get a kill against somebody. It's a particular demo that I watched once, many times over, where Flusher was playing against Astralis on this map. And Flusher would just walk through the monster tunnel, and I swear he killed Glaive like 5 or 6 times over and over. Like, he just kept doing it, no flashes, no warning. He just confidently took the fight every time. Like, there's something about players who can do that. It's such a luxury to have.
Yeah, some players just really love that monster fight coming out, and you can find timings with it as well. With if you know like the utility tendencies and the angles that the opposition likes to play, get a really good read of how they defend monster and understand where your openings are going to be in the game. ACOR's got a Zeus inside the smoke.
Yeah, why not? Shot at the back, unfortunately. Travis in a good position. He's picked up the Zeus in the meantime, so maybe it'll live on. Still haven't seen anyone get a recharged Zeus skill, have we?
No, that feature has not really come into play and had impact quite yet. But you never know, maybe at some point we lower the recharge time.
Yeah.
Get a little frisky with it.
There's gotta be a way.
First time it happens is gonna be spectacular though.
First time it happens, we'll probably all miss it. We'll be like, wait a minute, what's that? Oh, here we go. No more kills in the round for the CT side. They only lose Crowd there on the T side, so that's pretty good. Definitely in terms of making the money. And GamerLegion, whatever start they might have had, it's been slowed down. Not feeling nearly as exciting as it did like right at the beginning.
The initial like harsh reset after taking so much damage in the second round really kind of sucks as well. It makes it feel a little disjointed on the CT side. They're going to buy up here, but MP9 on Isaac. ACOR has his AWP, but pretty light on utility. No kits across the board for the CT side, so they're still missing a lot of features, a lot of nades that they'd like to have. But ACOR's AWP can get him going. Spots one jumping across, missed the timing for the shot, but he's got the information.
Damage, it's not really that much. Long spray while standing inside of the flames there for Crad, but he'll get the job done. It doesn't really matter, he'll take it.
That's a mistake though from the GamerLegion side. That Molotov not going as deep as they would have liked to prevent that kind of a peak. Now, ACOR kind of stuck halfway up bathrooms at Divider and felt like he had to get aggressive to take that fight. No clean escape. And goes down.
Yeah, particularly good angle to be held there from Icy. That's good to see. I think maybe ACOR wins the battle against the rifle if it's just a straight up 1 versus 1 there, but kind of got lured into the AWP line of fire. But a minute on the clock here, so they're just frozen. They're saying, let's wait and see. Are we gonna jump? Are we getting a peek somewhere? Maybe out long. Yep. It's gonna be Crad to pick up the kill. No problems here. Defense is not looking that impressive. Nickelback.
Bang.
This is how he reminds them, Jason. It's crazy.
Nice, that one was good. That was your best work. Really well. Yeah, good find. A little bit of miscue on some of this aggression from GamerLegion. You know, I'll bring it. I like this point that that Janko made at on Twitter earlier. Or I think he made it on Twitter. Point about GamerLegion just saying the fact that they didn't manage to qualify through the RMR, you have to imagine there's a conversation about roster changes, a conversation about retooling the lineup if you've shown you're not good enough to qualify for the major, and then all of a sudden getting the call up when you've potentially already had those conversations, right?
Yeah.
There is perhaps a little bit of that element within the GamerLegion camp that can make it difficult to kind of come together as a team the way you need to have success and qualify for the next stage of the major. So there's a couple of different elements that GamerLegion is going to be fighting against within this matchup.
Yeah, that's a really interesting angle. I wonder how that plays out. Probably not something they're going to be able to talk about right now, but in the future that could be a fun thing to write down. These are great shots. My God.
Yeah, that's a beauty from Nickelback. A little bit of knife out of spawn onto Crad. He's brought down to 70 HP, but thankfully it's P250, 5.7 Deagle on the GamerLegion side of things. Just pistols. Not even armor.
Oh, wow, look at Forrester. He did it in the monster tunnel last time, and previously, now he's doing it towards the L bend. They know that he's here, so it's not a complete surprise, but it's a very, very similar theory of how to play the game. Just get up, take a forward position that maybe they're not expecting. This time they definitely were close enough to hear him run, but there are a lot of other rounds where there's so many nades landing at the B bomb side, you don't realize what's going on.
He's going to call that out, though. It's a good piece of information gathered without taking too much damage, saying, okay, spotted 2 players. Pushing short. They were trying to be aggressive at the B bomb site. Once again, AMKAL happy to sit and be patient. Going to shift around the map, leave the B bomb site entirely.
Just the pistols from GamerLegion here. Travis knows. Squire's got the MAC-10. See if he's going to get anything for it to jump it around the corner. Not at all. But again, even if he didn't get the kills, he functions as great bait for the rest of them to pick up a couple of kills here, and they only lose the MAC-10. That's absolutely fine. AMKAL, they're doing work.
Yeah, they baited that MAC-10 just perfectly. No one swinging too far to get the trade kills. No one being overcommitted to any kind of a fight. Just picking off the follow-up peaks and staying poised. They've got a good solid lead going in the first, 6 rounds of play so far, 4-2. And GamerLegion have yet to plant their feet. The op is out again for Acor. Got 1 kill the previous time he had it, and that was all. Not able to build upon it.
They definitely don't seem quite themselves here, GamerLegion. I know they didn't qualify technically speaking, but I'm expecting a lot more out of them here. Volt is a good return. Gives them a 1-man advantage. Travis getting taken out early in that round.
He's got 1 HP, Volt, so it'll be interesting to see where he decides to position himself to provide some value to the team throughout this round with very low HP. Acor was pushed out towards long with that op, and he's going to back away. Hasn't seen or heard anything, so over towards highway he goes. But if he tries to shift back towards dice boxes, Icy's got him locked in.
Yeah, 1 slip up here, you make a little mistake, you think, I'm just going to go take a look, and it could be the end. You know where he is now. It's Krad to go down. He walked into the shot. Acor having a little bit of a say. Should be a good half here for Acor in terms of the map, but somehow he gets found.
Yeah, that's, I mean, he's a little lackadaisical. He thinks Volt has that covered, but Volt's, hugging the wall with 1 HP. So Acor just kind of assumed that he was safe and in the clear. And now Volt's making a very good play. He's found a perfect timing for this flank.
He knows everything. Timing is the only thing that can betray him, but it's going to be absolutely fine. Great work from Volt. Picks up the triple. And it'll be GamerLegion to pick up another round as well, importantly. Guessing somebody else must have saved the AWP.
Yep, someone else picked up the op, so he shifts back to the M4. Going for a flash mid. Sounds like we're going to get a little bit of a peek over at Fountain early on. There's the trade from Volts in the early stages of the round. Acor with his single kill with the op. And Volts flank at the end of the day. Round 8. Acor hustling to take an angle. Volts going to be there with him, both pretty committed. Deep smoke as well.
Okay, I kind of like that from Krad. He's running through the smoke, putting out the Molotov. But not so far that he was going to get exposed to long. Oh, are they going to get flashed in, or are they just going to walk through? Could throw some really mean flashbangs from inside of the bomb site, but no, they'll just take the fight straight up. Icy goes down.
Yeah, an immediate Molotov as well from the defender still inside the bomb site. That was Snacks. Throws it towards short to allow them to have safety to fall back into the site. Isaac takes an awkward engagement. 2 players spamming at him through smoke.
I think Volt got that kill from the sniper position. Wall banging down Nickelback.
Okay.
Yeah, look at how far he is. Like, I think he was up there.
Yeah, a little cheeky. Volt's having a couple good rounds.
Yeah, look at it. Do we have the evidence? Do we have the bullets on the wall? Where's the CSI crew?
Yeah, bring in the forensics team. So things slow down again for AMKAL as they move around this gigantic map. Travis going to be out towards long. They've got a lot of space to work with towards the bomb site. GamerLegion in a 5-on-3 is happy to play it passively. Lure them into crossfires at the bomb site. You have an AWP at the truck. Volt behind dice boxes. And Snacks at the headshot angle.
20 seconds. I mean, you need some of the cleanest entries we would have seen yet at the major to try and even get close to this one. I think they've realized that's not going to happen. Give up on it instead and tie up the game. It's 4-4.
Yep, they've got plenty of money to replenish nades and utility. They don't want to have to rebuy these AK-47s, so they'll come back into this with a full buy. They got plenty of money to drop an AWP or an AK-47 over to Icy, whatever they choose. And GamerLegion's tied things up at 4.
Well, there is Volt, who was been instrumental in some of these rounds they managed to pick up. It's AMKAL taking a timeout to discuss what is going on. Obviously, given the same chance to GamerLegion on the other side. They've got Ash behind them, so can have a little bit of a say. He's been with the team for a while. I mean, they're doing pretty good, right? Tied up game, it's 4-4. They're on the T side, it's overpass. I think if I'm AMKAL, I'm okay with how this is playing out.
Yeah, I think both teams are really kind of okay with how this has played out. GamerLegion have kind of like stabilized, won a couple rounds in a row, have some money beneath them as well, getting a little proactive on the map, feeling a little bit more confident. I mean, both teams understand there's plenty of rounds still to play in this half, 4 more to decide what things are going to end up with at halftime. Here we go, round 9.
See with the AWP, smoke gonna make it just a matter of luck if you can find anything through it. There is an AWP on the other side. It's AMKAL. We've seen it in a couple of different places. This time he's gonna be straight in the middle of it. That seems so risky. Even if they blow it open, oh, it's just as it fades. Travis gets taken down at the start of the round. That is unfortunate.
Back-to-back rounds where the plan and monster from the defense has been to exploit the fading smoke.
Yeah.
Last time was 2 players inside of it to pick off Icy with the AWP. Now it's Akor's AWP that finds a kill at range, and that is very close. He's gonna go back into it. Too much from Akor. A gift of a rebuttal of an equalizing kill.
Didn't look like he was expecting Akor for there to be an AWP on the other side. It looked like he was assuming that it was gonna be just some rifle fights.
Well, that's twice now his assumptions have gotten him killed, so he's got to be careful moving forward. That AWP is a big piece of the puzzle and super effective on overpass.
Nickelback's been waiting out long, just listening in any footsteps, but haven't really heard anything yet, I think, so that's the best he can probably call in for his team. Look at the rotation coming out here. Maybe even more now that they hear the sound of that AWP out towards the bathrooms. 23 seconds. Volt, an amazing timing for that smoke. It's gonna buy a lot of space. Hard to swing against Snacks when he's in that corner behind him, but they get the kill on Volt anyway. 13 seconds and they trade up Snacks. Forrester with a huge shot. Isaac and Kios here. Bomb's been planted now and they're in some trouble.
Oh yeah, this might be time. They're going to investigate a little bit once this smoke clears, see if they can find a gift. Another one's coming in. And that second smoke pluming might be a call to just back away from this. They still have the AWP at the B bomb site that they can recover. They're gonna lose one more. Kiaz goes down. And for sure now, Isaac has no other options but to back away. And AMKAL slowly constrict on this A bomb site. And they've got a 5th.
Couple of rounds right now where I feel like it's so close that GamerLegion should be able to buy a little bit more time, but maybe it's just, you know, we're in that third perspective. It looks like they just need 1 kill in any of these scenarios, and AMKAL run out of time on the B bomb or the A bomb side. But
I mean, that one's really hard. Volt and Snacks probably feel like they should have had a little bit more. That smoke Volt throws right atop of the ledge to kind of help protect anyone from swinging close to Snacks, forcing those fights at like a medium and long range. Also blocks his vision out towards long, so that player kind of gets out for free, forces Volt to be aggressive on the other side of dice boxes, a fight that he doesn't really love. So I mean, it could have been stronger.
well, gives a lead to AMKAL. Again, slightly less favored side here, playing on the T side of overpass. So all count to the end. Volt again, it's a very powerful position.
Yeah, well, Krad knows there was aggression. He doesn't know the numbers. It's a lot of bodies. It's 3 players essentially, 1 in con. They've got 2 pushed up towards Fountain, so this B defense is pretty weak. It's Isaac and it's AMKAL, and they're gonna try and exploit it.
Yeah, beat the timing before anyone can rotate in. Nicely done from the Swede, and it's AMKAL down but low. It's a great flick to take down Forrester just as he was crossing into the smoke. AMKAL keeps it going. 3 kills. It should be enough, and it will be.
Yeah, beautiful round from AMKAL. That's really most of what we've seen from him has been some isolated kills. This time he's ready. He's prepared. A nice flick up for that 2nd kill, and he just plays it perfectly, hunting down a 3rd. Really well done right here. That's a nice shot as Forrester comes swinging out. Tied up at 5. GamerLegion not done yet. 2 rounds remaining in this opening half, and finally the money's starting to get a little sketchy for the AMKAL side of things. Down to a Galil on a couple of players, down to a Mac 10 on Travis. This is everything invested here in this round.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal, isn't it? Imagine if they lose this one and it ends up a 7-5 just because they can't actually afford anything else. That'd be disappointing for AMKAL, I'm sure. Again, a lot of forward grenades from GamerLegion. They're really putting the pressure on. Could have easily been a trade. Icy, he's a bullet away from death here, but accurate as hell with the Galil.
Yeah, 2 for 1 on that kind of a push. AMKAL's super happy with that. Snacks, though, we mentioned, he's going to be relentless. He's pushing up behind it. You've got Isaac. You've put a lot of faith in him. He's only got 1 flashbang. When that smoke fades, he's really, really exposed. And AMKAL's going to try and hit this timing on the B bomb site. Flashbang coming over. Isaac's got to back away.
Yeah, just feeling the pressure. Oh, comes back in maybe a little bit early. AMKAL got the triple kill in the last round, but this is asking a lot. Snacks is walking up behind to see if he can get even a free kill. Maybe that would be something. Snacks, yeah, he's giving away a footstep. I think Isu heard that right before it happened, unfortunately for Snacks. They're going to be trying to save the AWP instead.
Yeah, and if you're AMKAL, I like this. Get on the hunt. 4 players alive. Even though you don't have a whole lot of cash, AWP is a big weapon to take away. Money on the GamerLegion side isn't that pretty either. So I see an AMKAL on the other side of the walls. 1 noise, 1 indication of AMKAL's position, and they will pounce, and they are still hunting. He might get killed from behind.
There we go. All right, you're very measured at the moment.
Yeah, calm, collected. Stoic, even.
I would say so. I would have thought that they would have been celebrating maybe a little bit more, just to, again, some great rounds that are being won here by AMKAL. I think, got a triple in this round, so yeah, finding AMKAL right at the end. 6-5 the scoreline going into the last round of the half. Not that much to work with on GamerLegion, especially not in terms of the grenades. See if that's gonna force them into maybe even more aggression. It's not unheard of. AMKAL trying to land that flick. And trying to get out now.
That was a really good opportunity to find an opening kill for GamerLegion, and AMKAL's not able to pull it off. Second chance, a creative little boost. Peering in at the stairs, Snacks watching the short tunnels as the bottom totem.
I like this forward push outside of the B bomb side. It's going to allow them to have way more people at the A bomb side, and I guess that's the kind of risk you want to have to take here because you don't have the grenades, right? You need the manpower. You need to have a stack somewhere for this to realistically work out. And I think the position that Kios is in is what's allowing them to do this at the moment. For as long as it lasts, we'll see if he's going to be allowed to stay. It looks like they are coming back. This could be a really ugly fight for him.
Well, the question is, can he get 1 or does he get traded? Forrester is way far ahead of everyone, so if he can get this kill, he can't. Blowing out the kneecaps, not enough damage, and AMKAL's got to pick it up. With only 25 seconds, they have to hustle into this B bomb site. Rotation is shifting over, but as you mentioned, it's a little bit late to stop anything. This is a recovery mission now.
Yeah, and it's one with some nades, right? They're not able to get a couple of free kills by just throwing in the right Molotovs and HEs. All they have here are the AWP and maybe some rifles to follow it up, but it's not really that much to work with. AMKAL might have found a way to get this one. There is a kit, curiously, in play on Volt, so I guess if they get real close, they can try and do it, but they're not even anywhere near this defuse at the moment. Nickelback and Crad coming up with a couple of shots, and here's just Volt left. Missed opportunity for Icy. That is funny, but ultimately he's still going to be able to win the round. 7-5.
He gave it like a quick blink as well after he gets the kill. He's like, why did that first bullet not hit? Well, why did it not connect? Good T side from AMKAL, 7-5.
I think that's really respectable. I think that should make
it's excellent.
GamerLegion a little bit scared.
Excellent for T-side overpass. I think the big difference between watching this T-side, in my mind, because that AMKAL NIP game just kind of lives on, stuck in my brain, unfortunately. And we criticize them quite a bit for their T-side. I think it looks a little bit better here because we see more aggression out of GamerLegion on the CT side than we did from NIP back at the RMR. So there's more opportunities for AMKAL to find some of those picks, and like the options and ideas almost lay themselves out for AMKAL in this game. You're able to get some picks front of bathroom, able to get some picks on some B pushes, able to find some openings that you didn't get otherwise against a very passive NIP defense back at the RMR.
I think it's good. It's good to see that they're improving so soon, unlike NIP are looking to improve in 25.
Nice.
Yes. Second half is coming up. We've got AMKAL now on the CT side. We've got Dualies in the B bomb side. Jason, I know you love them, but they're going to get shut down. They don't even get a chance to do anything. The flashes are just too good.
Bro, I don't know what conversation they had during halftime, but it was not about the CT pistol.
No.
They were not prepared for a B rush at all.
Let's go to the B bomb side, guys, and just hang out and just chill. Just
you got Dualies? Cool. I'll play USP. That's sweet. I can get a kit.
Yeah. Let's see what maybe it'll just be a sunny day down here. Nothing will oh damn, there are flashes everywhere.
they're here. Wow.
Oh, surfing into the headshot. Let's go. Crad.
Gotta win it now.
Yeah, you have to.
It's required.
Right back into it. Oh, they double peek him, the bastards. That would have been sick if they could. He almost had it. I wanted to believe.
Yeah, I know there's like no time left in that bomb, but if you're one of those two CT players still alive, or CT players still alive in the bomb, so you're like, guys, not like this.
Don't lose this round.
Why have you put me in this position?
Whatever else happens, just don't do it.
Yeah, there's really not much else to say. They were not prepared for a B rush whatsoever. Everyone was passive. Nobody looked like they were really all that convinced that, a monster play was even going to come in whatsoever. So pistol round to GamerLegion. It's both pistols in the game won by GamerLegion.
And that should at least give them a little bit of confidence. But again, we've seen in the past, I mean, not enough to just win the pistol rounds and kind of try and get a couple of rounds to follow that up. One smoke on Crad. That is interesting. See if there's a particular plan in mind, or if he's just trying to make life hard on them, make them use more grenades to try and hunt him down eventually. Smoked up on one side. Try and play inside of it.
Oh, they hear him. They know he's in there.
They know. It's the worst kept secret.
One player's walking around bathrooms, Travis. Icy's getting close up to the end. They didn't know Snacks was here. He'll have an easy double kill. Travis is going to dink him and take him down. And Kia's lost track for just a moment, but no big danger. Nickelback, the last one left. 7-7 is going to be the score. After GamerLegion plants the bomb, this round is out of reach of old Nickelback.
Yeah, unfortunately. What's your favorite playground equipment, Jason? Slides, the swings.
The monkey bars.
The monkey bars. Yeah, classic. All right, so good choice.
It's a versatile playground equipment.
Yeah, real potential for danger too if you screw it up, which obviously is more fun that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can respect it. Well, this is starting to become a little bit of a game again.
Yeah, it's close. We haven't really felt a team like take control while we saw like in the opening Cloud9 ecstatic like teams going on massive runs and kind of seesawing. In the Imperial Ents game, you saw Ents have like tactical advantage, and you saw the brute force philosophy from Imperial kind of come into play as well. This game doesn't really feel like one team has kind of separated themselves in any facet of the game from the other quite yet.
Yeah, you're right. We're missing that team that can really run away with it at the moment. I mean, some of it could come down to the economy here, especially if you're AMKAL early on. If GamerLegion wanted to make a big run at it here, then now is the perfect opportunity. They're not going to have a lot of money to work with.
Keeping things quiet as well. Going basically full contact through bathrooms. up banana towards the A bomb site. You could see this defense is shifting a lot. They don't know really what's coming whatsoever. And now all of a sudden, GamerLegion is knocking on the door.
Yeah, they're right on top of them. This is a bit scary, but they've got the guns out just in time. And look at the three-way crossfire to shut it down. I think GamerLegion had a moment there when they had the element of surprise and nobody knew, but once they started losing some of the first duels, it's a different question. Isaac, though, cracking skulls at the bomb site. AMKAL coming in at long, and just like that, it's spun around. 1 versus 2 now instead. Travis on his own with the M4, looking to see if he can touch it back for his team, but he cannot. Instead, Isaac to save GamerLegion. 4 kills for the Swede at the end.
Yeah, that's a 2v4. And that one really hurts if you're AMKAL, because you played that just about perfectly. You got a little bit surprised, but you had such a sick triangle setup. Look at this, one at the truck corner, one at Dice, one hiding in the smoke out towards long. There's so many crossfires that get sprung when GamerLegion initially attack into this, and some brilliant shooting from Isaac, smoke clearing at long for the worst timing for Krad. And man, AMKAL lets one slip away. And as you mentioned, that's a huge momentum round considering the economy.
Devastating. Now, I don't speak the language, but I'm pretty sure the coach is saying, just calm down, chill out now, because it's one of those rounds that really can spin the team, right?
Yeah, a 4-on-2 advantage, and those kills come out so quick, you're almost scratching your head wondering how we lost it. Like, how did this occur? Great shooting from Isaac. He's 10-7. It's Volt leading the way with 12.
I mean, I've always been a bit of a fan of AMKAL, but I really have. I think Isaac is a little bit underrated. Like it's just you know, one of those players that escaped the Swedish scene. I just like him. I think he's got some potential.
Okay, that's fair. Snack's gonna lead the way up short, over by Sandbags at the moment. Oh, Krad gets caught by Kiaz. And this boost up missed the timing to exploit the advantage. They might get it late in the round. I don't think Kiaz and Snacks at this point are going to check for this at all.
Definitely not aware, but they are lucky to come out alive on that one. Hard to get the headshot on someone who's jumping like that, so maybe the only downside to it. Kiaz back at it again.
This is great. If you're GamerLegion, you're loving this right now, because I mean, this has really been the only thing you've done on the map this whole round, is just kind of get Sandbags in short control quick and let Kiaz have this angle to fight anyone crossing over, and he's found a pair of kills.
And you have time. You can wait it out. Finally going to send someone towards the A bomb site, but
and that's information too. They know there's at least 2 more at this B bomb site, so that's going to give Volt all the confidence in the world to just stroll in towards A. And
yeah.
Surely now you realize where the last remaining members are.
Wow, it's a very, very secure round here. All right, nicely done.
That's the bomb going door, though. That's a little sketchy. 20 seconds. This is getting weird. It's getting really weird. AMKAL holds on. Spam damage, and that should be the kill that seals it. But it did get a little sloppy there towards the end.
Yeah. What a finish, though, from AMKAL. He actually got the wall bang through. But you're right. Imagine a world in which the bomb is the next victim of a headshot. That would have been really awful for GamerLegion.
It could have been really uncomfortable.
Well, they avoid that that fate. I guess that's good news. Now they have a bit of a double lead. They're starting to get there. It's slowly accumulating in their favor. AMKAL still with the potential money problems, although this round is going to be fine, but the next one.
We've just had the first initial gun round where they were missing some utility. This one should be a little bit stronger from them. We'll see if they can put a stop. And remember, that first gun round was completely in their favor up until the moment where it wasn't, due to Krad and Isaac, or excuse me, Kiaz and Isaac. Krad at divider. Icy out towards long with the op. This time GamerLegion using a little bit more smoke as they take control of bathrooms.
Whoops. Not exactly what they were trying to do, but fair enough. Nobody was there anyway.
Thankfully.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. We'll you know, forgive and forget. Running their way back. I don't know what they saw out there that made them rotate, but...
Nothing. I think they wanted to show AMKAL that they were taking control of bathrooms. which they kind of did with that front smoke. No one's really presented themselves. So there's 3 players still shoring up this B defense. Still going to be a tough execute, especially with utility in the choke point. Allows AMKAL to remain aggressive behind the smoke. Travis playing anti-flash. Nickelback in support.
Imagine if he had just sprayed that down. It could have been the end of the round right in the near 35 seconds. Travis getting knocked down. It's Chaos on the entry. Keeps it going. Look at the pressure that they're putting on here. The B defense just cannot hold up any longer. Molotov down on Forrester as well, so you had to try and do something. That is very, very efficient. And again, I've got to remind you, if Travis just commits to the spray, not that he could have necessarily known, but
Gets 2 kills.
yeah, that's it. That's probably a double.
Acor goes for the fight. He's found the position of Icy and still swung into it. I thought he was going to call some teammates over and just keep them pinned down. They want this AWP for sure.
Gonna have to go hunt for it a little bit deeper now. Just hanging around, moving closer to the bomb site, and looks like they're walking the other way. So
yeah, wrong
it's gonna be
direction.
fine.
Yeah, Icy will be good with the AWP. So at least there's that. At least there's that for AMKAL. But with the money the way it is, some half buy armor and pistols around this AWP, and you're really trusting Icy to have some impact and change the nature. This is where you almost want him to get a little aggressive. We haven't really seen them go for any, aggressive peaks, aggressive plays. They've only had 2 real gun rounds, but this is one of those rounds where you take the leash off and you say, Icy, what's your favorite play to get a pick on this map? Like, what do you want? You want to push fountain? You want to take that peak? You want to go down the stairs, try and find someone there? You want to take it to the B bomb site? Give him a chance to have impact.
Whatever it takes. A lot of pressure. Last time I've been called here from AMKAL. See if they can find a way back into the second half. It's really been brutal.
Yeah, I mean, look, the big round, there hasn't been a whole lot of swing rounds in this game, but really the one that you're going to point to is the lost 4v2 in the first gun round of this half. That's changed the entire nature of this game.
They're going to have a couple of pistols being upgraded here and there. It is going to be on that AWP. See if they have any cool tricks that we don't know about. Doesn't look like it. Just going to be sending Icy forward. We'll push in front of it, okay.
He's taking the risk that someone might have already crossed a playground. He wanted that delayed peek. You could hear him listening for footsteps for someone along the wall for him to take that really deep swing. Opportunity didn't present itself, but the idea was there.
He's still out looking. I do like this, being proactive, actually looking to hunt down the kill instead of waiting around at the back of the bomb site for somebody to show up. So it's risky, sure, but
I have to say, it's also a smart round from GamerLegion too, in the sense that there's still one op on the board. So instead of actually challenging for playground and those angles the op likes, they go for kind of the bathroom smoke and have the presence come from the stairs. Meanwhile, Snacks finds an opening with an aggressive push at B. That's Forrester to go down. He had flashbang from his teammates. All 5 players from GamerLegion are lined up around this B bomb site. Icy is alone with the op. And he's just saying, I can't really do anything. No one's here. But at least he's got the information.
very hard to imagine the pistols are going to be holding back this one. Again, the flashbangs are just really impressive. I think it's something that worked all the way in the pistol round for GamerLegion, just having those flashes that touches the entry to monster and behind the pillar. I guess those flashbangs are just so brutal. 11-7 is going to be the scoreline. It's 2 rounds away from GamerLegion picking up the map here.
AMKAL could just not win that fight at the end of rounds.
But this time, I think Icy's gonna have a real hard time holding on to the AWP.
Yeah, it might actually just straight up be impossible. 2 players in front of him, one coming in from behind. Now he's in T-spawn, jumping around, trying to line up the shot. And Kiaz is just a distraction. 11-7. AMKAL have yet to put a defensive round on the board.
And that is an issue.
Thanks, Madden.
You have to. Unless you're going to get all the T rounds and play overtime forever. At some point, you will need to win at least one.
Well, it sets it up. There is money for an op again onto Icy. And the half-buy sets up nicely 4 M4s and full kits of utility around that as well. Missed Molotov towards short. And Forrester's going to take advantage of it. He pushes in with an aggressive volley of his own.
It's do or die time, isn't it, for AMKAL? Now, if they wanted to change this and have a bit of a comeback, it has to start right now. They have run out of game to play with here. A little bit of a push going towards the birthday party and restrooms on the other side. Oh, if he committed, it looked like that could have worked out, but again, it backfires on them. I can't believe it. AMKAL, it looked like they had the better fight to begin with.
Yeah, the drop down and the spam from Travis was actually, excuse me, Nickelback was actually perfect because I was worried. Travis was kind of isolated on his own, playing in that little cubby in that little corner. Wasn't really an angle to double up, but that drop down, I thought that hit was going to get deleted. Smoke fades and GamerLegion come out on top, and now it's hard. Because now there's still so much time on the clock, and GamerLegion has actually done a really good job of hustling over and changing the position of their attack to the A bomb site. No information, no presence at A, so Krat has to be really careful.
That was not the smoke that they were looking for.
No, but I mean, in one sense, it didn't give away the idea of where the hit's going to come from.
Yeah, that's slight silver lining, perhaps. They blow with the smoke, and it's Krat to get completely caught with his pants down.
With no information, how do you bring a second player over? Like, you know there's a universe where GamerLegion has just sat huddled outside B waiting to re-execute. You know there's a universe where that's just a fake, where utility's thrown at A and they hit B. It's so hard to like commit to that cheat of that second player. And funnily enough, I think if that smoke lands, that second player is at least close by.
Yeah, they might hear it bouncing on the roof or something. There's somebody else that can kind of get a little bit closer. That is interesting. 0 rounds on the CT side so far. AMKAL just getting blanked in the second half. Snacks out looking for an adventure. Already getting the kill that he was looking for yet. Bolt's about to have the bomb just go off right behind him. That's absolutely worth it.
Absolutely. Another rifle out of their hands. AMKAL have to buy everything they possibly can, so we're likely to see some SMGs, some FAMAS. Timeout being gestured and called. That's from Ash. He's got his team in a position where they have 5 chances to close out this map, go 1-0 in the opening stage Swiss system. And he wants to have a little chat first.
I feel like they've had many things go their way on this T side, that there's a lot to pick from, right? But obviously winning those fights down at the B bomb side, flashing away through, and just having those flashes connect so hard against the defense, I mean, that in itself is, you can probably keep calling that and come out on top. It's been an efficient run for them here.
And this goes back to the point Blem had on the desk in the pregame as well, is, you know, GamerLegion doesn't have the most spectacular map pool, but Overpass is a map they certainly like playing.
Yeah.
And in a BO1, you've banned down to give GamerLegion a map they would absolutely love to play.
12-7, 5 rounds. AMKAL, they need to win 5 in a row to get this one into overtime. GamerLegion know it. One slip up, one little mistake here for the CT side, and GamerLegion can walk away with their first victory here at the major that they weren't even really supposed to be at, but which is life, I suppose.
Yeah, you just got to take advantage of what's in front of you. GamerLegion doing that at the moment. Now, they've been spotted pretty early on. Krat saw 3 bodies, including the bomb, coming long. So he's readjusted and changed his position. He's called 2 teammates over. There's no presence for GamerLegion outside of B, and short, and stairs. They're going to call this all the way back. They're going to give A-Core all the freedom in the world to find a pick.
You saw somebody jumping back there, I think, and it's a lot of freedom for the AWP to have. Look at how strange this is. Alone with the orb on long.
He's got utility to throw a little bit of a fake at some point, right? He's got Molotov, smoke, flash, so if he knows his nades out towards long, which it looks like he does.
Yeah, maybe he can sell it.
And AMKAL's kind of been trained to not take any deep peeks in towards Monster. FAMAS wins out in that fight. Isaac's going to go for the trade. He's going to get it. Molotov will hold him at bay for the moment, but just for the moment.
He's going to find Icy, sneaking around. Another good flash lands the bomb site, and one more for good measure. Forrester, he almost got the kill there, and a headshot comes in. Nickel back to help out. Maybe it can still work out. The grenade will blow up Snacks, and it's just AMKAL miles away. They should obviously be able to get the defuse here. They don't really necessarily know exactly where he is, but they should be able to commit to it. Ooh, inside of the smoke, he had the right idea. Could you imagine
if he got that kill?
That shot?
If he got that kill, man, I would have lost it. I would have absolutely freaked out. 12-8, still 4 more chances. AMKAL hold on just barely. Kind of a cool round, but the defense does just enough. Initial kill from Travis, the follow-up Molotov delays them. That allows the flank to come down the stairs from bathrooms. It allows the entire rotation over towards Heaven as well. And they never found Forrester.
I mean, still a kind of a scary round in a bunch of ways there for AMKAL, but great job. Their first round on the CT side, finally. Chaos moving forward, they're gonna be boosting right on top, and he catches them. Oh my God, he knew, and he did even more damage to Forrester. I don't know how he expected a third person to be there. Maybe at the jump, but either way, that is a sickening play.
That transfer down is a thing of beauty. Now you just can't lose too many players. This has to be, oh, wow. That's a spin from Volt. I did not expect him to get that kill. Krad goes down, Volt's got another, and that's it. GamerLegion confidently and emphatically close out the map. They weren't even supposed to be at the major, but at least in this opening game, they've taken complete advantage of the gift they've been given.
No question about it. Icy knows there's no way to get back into this round. It's just not possible. Bomb finally getting planted here. Eco needlessly out there hunting.
It feels like he's allergic to killing Icy.
Yeah. You just can't do it. Don't slow it down, Icy. Just, you know, just keep it going. Run forward. Keep playing. Isaac to find his skull at the end. 13-8 as GamerLegion will pick up the victory.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, you have to say, good T-side, obviously, from GamerLegion. They just steamrolled the defense of AMKAL, who only managed to put up 1 round after a good T-side as well. We left that T-side being like, they got 7. That's not bad. That's something to be happy about, and just couldn't put anything together on defense. So well done from Snacks and the boys. They're going to take a victory over AMKAL. Richard in the desk. What's up, guys?
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I mean, well, look, we've answered some questions there as well about the GamerLegion and maybe AMKAL's suitability as an upset team. I'll just start by saying it was good to see GamerLegion do what music fans have wanted to do for a long time, and that's beat Nickelback.
Ah, you had that one in the chamber, didn't you?
I've had that one in the chamber for about 4 years.
Waiting about
mate.
10 years.
Don't get work. So now you know why.
Well done. Well done to GamerLegion as well there. Look, I had my trepidations because I didn't want to be like, I told you so, but I will say
Sometimes
I told you so.
it.
I was right once in a while, and this time I was right. Like, GamerLegion, we preface this entire game saying, you know, they have to reset themselves in mentally speaking. There are talks of a couple of players being benched, new blood coming in, so they didn't really have much time to prep. And then AMKAL allows GamerLegion's best map through in a best-of-1 right there. GamerLegion like, guys, we've had enough reps on this map, and despite the fact that we're just coming in last minute with lesser prep, we should be feeling pretty comfortable. First half, I thought I was wrong. You know, the T-side from AMKAL, 7 rounds, especially on the side where they usually struggle, you think the job's done, and then the CD side completely falls flat, and I want to give credit where it's due. I think the T-side from GamerLegion was very, very well constructed.
Yeah, when they won the game, I just heard them when they stood up, they say, hey, we don't lose overpass. Yeah. That's literally what GamerLegion said, like, was verbatim put out there. I'm a little bit confused by the frailty of the CT side from GamerLegion. I had higher expectations, but I gotta say, once they moved on to the T side, they really exposed all of the flows of AMKAL.
Yes.
I think the calling coming out of Snack was great. He sort of navigated his way around and avoided IC, which I think is the strongest weapon in the sort of the armory for AMKAL on the CT side, and Snacks just called around him. Probably a very frustrating game for the sniper who could never really get it going. He was always being outmoved. We are going to highlight a couple of moments where I think really AMKAL dropped the ball. There's like a 4v2, that's a massive issue on the A side. But to be fair, GamerLegion was the better team. This wasn't really a question.
Look what we're seeing on our screens right now. You know, usually we just talk over this, but I mean, it's the same thing happening. It's T's just walking up onto these bomb sites and just getting entries, and it's just too easy. I agree. I kind of felt, ooh, AMKAL. You know, you get 7 rounds, looking good. But yeah, that CT side was weak.
Yeah, and I just feel like they're weak on this map in particular, right? I've seen some better CS coming from AMKAL on the other maps. Sort of the moment I saw Overpass, I had my question marks. Also, I want to give kudos to the other players of GamerLegion, because whenever we talk about his team and the games they've had recently, I'm looking at Snax as the IGL is doing the majority of the heavy lifting with the rifle. I'm looking at ACOR on the other side with the AWP. But I look at Volt, I look at Isaac, I look at Kios, and no one really seems to stand out. Every single one of them stood out here today on this map, especially this guy you see on the screens right here.
Yeah, he had a lot of very inspired moves. And I think this was the strongest difference, the strongest contrast you would have between these two lineups, is that in moments, Volt would have that little bit of a move, an initiative that gathers information, that lets you, okay, put the pieces together, this is an A hit, because I'm right behind him. I've retaken connector, I've re-pushed the monster. He was doing that, AMKAL never did. The fog of war for AMKAL was so thick, they could never see through it. We've even had situations where GamerLegion have the luxury of executing on B while having left A core with an AWP lurking on long. You basically own the entire map.
And nearly won the
And he
game
almost won the map
right
the round as well.
Exactly, he could have won it.
Paying off. Here's something that definitely paid off. We got that round 15. This is just a disaster.
The crossfire here from AMKAL is perfection. It's great. Look at it. It's a trifecta of doom. They shut it down at 2v4. What happens? They completely capitulate. Huge run from Volt.
Yeah, huge from Volt. I mean, this is criminal from Nickelback here. His position is basically untradeable. And as they fight, maybe a little bit unfortunate that the smoke blooms or rather fades off and find himself with his pants down. I still think that Nickelback peeking from truck at that point in time is criminal.
Yes.
Like, there is literally nobody that can help him. And this is, it might look like nothing at the time because it's 7-7, but the truth is, from this moment on, they don't win any round anymore. That said, GamerLegion break their back. IC has to wait 3 rounds at least to put an AWP finally in his hands, and when he does, he doesn't see anybody. So this is the beginning of the end for AMKAL into 4v2 that they had so well started. Like, you intro this round complimenting them rightfully.
Great.
And then after that is just like Nickelback.
They were strangely flat as well.
I also want to give a little credit in that final 2v1, which GamerLegion found themselves in, right? They had 45 seconds to work with. They're like, we have time to work with. There's no panic. We got 3 kills. Let's slow it down, wait for all the smokes to fade, and let's see what the final player does. They played that so very well, and I feel that kind of exemplifies how they conducted themselves in the second half throughout altogether. They seemed like they were in complete control.
And I think this is one of the byproduct of having Snax as an IGL. Like, you can argue that they might not have the strongest lineup out there, and maybe in terms of meta, some of the map pool can be a little bit complicated, but when Snax is in a favorable position on the T side, he knows how to play around it. He knows, he's got that game sense, he's got that intuition, he understands the timings perfectly. And it doesn't really take you 10 years as an IGL to know that, hey, 5v3, let's take it easy, 2v1, we have 50 seconds, let's be level-headed, cool-headed, take our time. He can do that on any map at any point, which is why it's always sort of a selling for GamerLegion, and here it was enough to beat AMKAL.
Yeah, they got handed a miracle to be here, and maybe the miracle will last a little bit longer. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, this is the one I'm excited about. The Master is going to take on the Student when Fallen's Furia takes on coldzera's Legacy, quite literally. We'll see you in a few moments.
You might have fallen back on. I don't have
Good. Nice.
Let's go contact toilets now then.
Yeah, let's do it.
One more B.
He could be con, right?
Yes, he was con in beginning.
They smoked banana.
Like 2B right now. They smoke monster.
Yeah, come
take it.
Isaac to us then.
Yeah,
They're contacting.
I'm grabbing bomb. I'm grabbing bomb.
Keep that.
Nice,
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, I'm grabbing bomb. That's A guy.
Yeah, I'm smoking deep bank.
I went
Molly stairs, molly stairs.
Flash.
Nice.
Nice!